Hey, good morning, East Texas. Thanks so much for joining us on the CBS 19 Plus live stream. We're live on CBS 19 Plus on Facebook and on YouTube as well. I'll be monitoring our Facebook comments, so if you have any questions about the upcoming strong storms this weekend and how they could impact your Easter plans, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I will do my best to make sure that we get to all of your questions so you guys can plan out what you want to do on this holiday weekend with regards to the rain. So let's just start getting into it. We're giving you a live, or I should say a look at our future skycast. I'm picking this up right around 10 a.m. on Friday morning. Now, in terms of what we're expecting rainfall-wise, Friday, just some clouds coming through, patchy pockets of rain. Really, I think it will be like a raindrop, maybe two raindrops. Not a ton is coming down on Friday. Most of that will stay off toward West Texas. We could have a few cells moving along the Red River, but most of that will stay out toward North Texas. Now, looking ahead to Saturday, we'll have this line of showers and thunderstorms start to pick up out toward the Dallas area. Here in East Texas, mainly cloud cover. We may see a few scattered showers in isolated strong storms try to make it to our westernmost cities and counties. Now, in terms of what we're expecting, most of us are set to stay dry on Saturday. Just some clouds coming in. It will be out toward Henderson or Anderson, Henderson, and Van Zandt counties where we'll likely see this, maybe in Camp County as well. But this will continue to move through. We'll just see these little isolated strong thunderstorms move through. But really the bulk of that storm energy is still out to West Texas at that point. Saturday evening, that's when we have a better shot at seeing an isolated storm or two. You may get one or two severe thunderstorm warnings, but that's kind of all that I'm expecting out of that. This is as far as our high resolution data goes at this point. So you're going to see the model switch here. We're switching over to the European model. It is handling this pretty well, but this is a look at what we're expecting on Sunday. Now this one, because it does go farther out, we don't have as good of resolution. So you saw the other one was a lot clearer, sharper. It's going to be a lot more blobby, but just make sure that you're ready for this. So this is Sunday on Easter. We'll likely have these storms coming in sometime during the daylight hours. I suspect if you're heading to any sunrise services or if you're taking the kids out for an early morning Easter egg hunt, it's going to be a bit rainy outside, maybe some isolated rumbles of thunder as well. So just make sure that you're staying prepared for that and that you have a plan B in case you need to move any of those holiday festivities indoors. Now, this is what it could look like closer to 9, 10 a.m. More widespread rain coverage at this point. A few isolated cells are possible through deep East Texas, but still the bulk of that storm is back out toward the Dallas area. That's where things are going to be a bit messy on the morning of Easter. As we get to the afternoon and evening, we'll have the bulk of the storm begin to shift out to our south. I suspect that we could get a few isolated to strong thunderstorms through deep East Texas on the afternoon and evening of Sunday. For areas along and north of I-20, you're kind of out of the bulk of that danger at that point, but still deep East Texas, we could see some isolated strong storms on Sunday itself. And then we start to see things kind of clear out as we hit the beginning of next week. Now, in terms of our severe weather risk, there is a level 2 risk popping up on Saturday for areas out toward the Dallas area. Now, even though this says Saturday, this is active from Saturday at 7 a.m. to Sunday at 7 a.m. So that 24-hour window. We could get some isolated strong storms coming in for the areas that are under the green. That's the majority of us here in East Texas, the level 2 out to the west. Now, this is, once again, Saturday at 7 a.m. to Sunday at 7 a.m. Once you hit the 7 a.m. on Sunday hour, that continues through the rest of the day. Sunday, we have that level 2 risk shifting off to the east. A 15% risk of severe weather at this point for all of the areas that are highlighted. That's basically all of us here in East Texas, except for areas out toward Van Zandt, Henderson, Anderson. But Smith County, you're under that. Rusk County, you're under that. Cherokee County, Sabine. So most of us need to make sure we're staying weather aware on Easter Sunday. So what you can do now, because this is still several days away, keep checking the forecast. This has been a very difficult weather system to forecast because we keep getting new information in, and the new information doesn't match the old information. So we're going to continue to make tweaks on this and give you the latest updates throughout the day. So make sure that you're checking back with us and be prepared to adjust any plans if you need to. If that means moving the Easter egg hunt indoors or maybe moving that Easter dinner but you're with your family inside, or just being prepared to adjust as needed. Also, make sure you have 2 ways to receive weather information. It is, of course, spring, so even if we don't see severe weather this coming weekend, it's a good idea to make sure that you are prepared as we get through the rest of the spring season. So in terms of what we're expecting day by day, Saturday, mainly in the afternoon, we could get those isolated strong thunderstorms. Throughout the rest of the morning, though, on Saturday, it's not going to be that bad. It will be on the warmer side. It will be very, very humid, so be prepared to use that extra hairspray. But otherwise, we are pretty much good to go for Saturday until we get to the afternoon and evening. On Sunday, we could have those periods of heavy rain during the sunrise. By the afternoon, the storms begin to slide out to the south there. Alrighty, so why is this happening? A lot of it has to do with the breeze that we're tracking today. Wind right now at the time that we're doing this live stream, so right now it's 10:10, we are seeing wind come out of the south. That's going to bring humidity in from the Gulf, and it will be breezy today. We're tracking wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. That's going to lift all of this humidity up into the piney woods and kind of set the stage for what we need for the storms that are coming in. What happens is we have humidity in the air, and that acts as gasoline for thunderstorms. So you have the gasoline that goes in your car. This is the fuel to get those storms going. And what happens? We have lots of thunderstorm energy. This is what's known as CAPE, convectively available potential energy. But the best way to think about it is the potential to get a thunderstorm going. So thunderstorm energy. What we need is a trigger. So this is the gasoline, and then the cold front, that's the match that makes it all go. As we have this cold front pushing in, that's going to ignite some of this thunderstorm energy. And that's why we get the storms going out toward the Dallas area, where we had plenty of thunderstorm energy. By the time we get to the afternoon on Easter, that's when we start to see the bulk of this energy kind of sliding out to the Gulf Coast, maybe a bit in deep East Texas. Now, if we can get conditions to set up just right, I suspect we could see some strong to severe storms out of that at that point. Now, in terms of what we're expecting, if we are going to see something spin up, it will likely be on Sunday. Saturday, that potential is very, very low. On Sunday, there is a potential for that, and it would mainly be based off of the data at this point in deep East Texas in the afternoon. Still, make sure that you are staying weather aware all across the piney woods as we get through the next several days, really over the weekend. But in the meantime, if you are doing any last-minute holiday preps or just getting out and about enjoying your Thursday, nice weather. We're in the 70s. We warm up to the 80s, though, by this afternoon. It will be on the warmer side, 87 degrees. That puts us 10 degrees above the average for this time of year. Usually we are sitting at 77. Otherwise, a warm day all across the piney woods. We'll have some of the clouds that are lingering here this morning. Those will eventually begin to filter out a little bit. We could get some sun. We'll still have clouds lingering through the rest of the afternoon, but overall pretty mild. Tonight we'll fall down into the 60s, 66 in Tyler, 67 in Nacogdoches, and then 68 if you are in Lufkin. We have lots of high pressure. That's what's going to keep us warm today and tomorrow, but then that begins to slide out to the west. Low pressure moving in, and that's going to give us the potential for some strong storms later. All right, I'm going to go ahead and check the Facebook chat to see if you guys have any questions about the severe weather that could potentially come in. Hello, Larry. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope you have a great day as well. I'm not seeing any questions, but thanks so much for joining us. I'll leave you with our 7-day forecast. Once again, today, great, just a little bit breezy on the warmer side. Tomorrow, it's almost a copy and paste forecast. We do have a few clouds that are popping up, but otherwise a very pleasant day. Rain chances pick up mainly in the afternoon and evening on Saturday. Looking ahead to Sunday, we could have some strong to severe storms. It will be rainy in the morning, thunder in the afternoon. Rain chances do linger all the way into next week. Most of us stay dry Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances pick up again on Wednesday. We hope you guys have a great day, a fantastic Thursday, and of course a fantastic holiday weekend.